Well, to assess the current drug situation, not only in Kano State, not only in the nation, not only in the entire globe, you use statistical or empirical data, especially from international organizations like the UNODC. The UNODC has already stated in its survey of 2018 that about 14.4 million Nigerians are into drug. Approximately 14.4% of Nigerians are into drug, with the Northwest being the highest in terms of prevalence with more than 22.23%. And in that particular Northwest, Lagos is the one that is the highest in terms of prevalence of abuse in the whole country. Some few years back, before we assumed the mantle of leadership here in Kano, Kano was the first in the whole country in terms of drug abuse, but now it has backslided down to the 6th position. So that is what is happening. But the kind of drugs that are mostly abused here in Kano are mostly opiate-related drugs, such as tramadol, pentazocine, D5, rohypnol, roche, and a host of other drugs. Then finally, cannabis sativa. But with onslaught of our officers and the demonstration of commitment as well as professionalism as a result of the capacity building we had, and especially now that we have a new sheriff in town, General Amaro is now the chairman chief executive of the agency, which you must have heard said the agency is now like a moving train. So anybody that stands this way, we're going to crush him. So you must have witnessed a lot of significant changes within the few weeks of General Buba tenure in office. A demonstration that a journey of 1,000 miles will definitely begin with one step. And it is the hope of all of us here that agency is going to have a facelift, is going to will invigorate the hope of the NDL officers. He will also boost the capacity of NDL officers to have professionalism in tandem with formidable law enforcement organizations, especially international ones like the UNODC and also the American Drug Enforcement Agency, the FBI, the Internal Revenue Services. So we're going to witness a lot of changes since we have already started at a very good start. Thank you. You see, the supply reduction, we have achieved a lot in terms of supply reduction by bringing Kano to the 6th position from 1st position. So sometimes it's good to switch and change, do a paradigm shift from the aggressive or aggressive kind of campaign to the supply reduction alone, not minding the drug demand reductions, and so that, because it is said that prevention is better than cure. If the grassroots are more educated and enlightened on the dangers and menace of drug abuse, definitely we will see a large number of them that will give up taking drug if they know the implication, the health implication, the legal implication, the social implication, the economic implication. And that is why we now change the paradigm to also concentrate in the area of drug demand reduction. But I will not give a statistic because it's not good if one did not do any empirical research on a particular area and caliber of people who take drugs to just start guessing randomly. It will be like deceiving the members of the public. Though I have heard from several bodies and several individuals and several conferences and seminars which I attended, giving their own statistics. Somebody was even saying that some 3 or 4 years back, out of every 5 people, one is a female who take drug. Then now that the thing has changed now, is out of every 5, 4 are females and 1 is a male. But I don't know how true is that statistics. All I know is that there's a high rate of ladies taking drugs, largely because of the other factors, predisposing factors that make people take drugs, such as the need for experimentation, peer group influence, depression, probably due to unemployment or inability of some of them to get husband to marry, and several other social problems have actually culminated and encapsulated into making this youth take drug. have a minor rehabilitation center which can only accommodate 16 drug-dependent persons, which is not enough to serve a state like Kano that has 44 local governments. There's already another repression center that could accommodate 150 drug-dependent persons, which the state government started. It has reached lintel level. For years we've been trying to employ the state government to complete that rehabilitation center, which could also accommodate both males and females. And there's another one that has already been built of international standard in Kiru by the state government, but it has suffered a lot of neglect. For a very long time, no drug dependent person is admitted in that place, and the place is left like that, unattended to. So we're using this opportunity once again to employ the state government to redeem the promises it has done in several previous occasions, to complete this rehabilitation center, which will cater for the teeming population of Kano that are constantly coming to our place seeking for rehabilitation of their own wards. That is my appeal to the state government.
Suna na Malam Daushe masu ruwan da baibayi dan gidan Sahura mai dan waken nan. Dan kallon shirye-shiryenmu ku biyo mu
Tsafta TV.
Ku danna subscribe, ku danna kararrawa dan kallon sababbin shirye-shiryenmu. Kuna danna kararrawan nan duk wani sabon shiri zai faɗo tsindim ku ganshi.